Hindi naman masamang mainggit. Kumbaga, mainggit tayo sa iba na sana ako din maging ganon or magkaroon din ako balang araw. For example, may tropa kang may sports car. Kasi umasenso sa buhay tapos syempre, maiinggit din tayo kasi umaangat na yung tropa mong may auto na matagal na niyang inaasam-asam. Dahil doon, magsisipag ka na sa buhay para makuha mo rin ang inaasam mo na katulad ng nangyari sa tropa mo, di ba? Hi everyone, welcome to the Life Moments podcast. And we're here to talking about self-improvement, testimonials, motivational lessons, and real life lessons. My name is Jerald, calling you a host, and thank you so much for tuning in and for being here. If you are a new listener of this podcast, then welcome to the show. And if you are a true listener of the podcast, then welcome back. You can check out the other amazing episodes that you can learn as well. Hello and welcome back to the another episode that you want to be wealth and live goods. How are you guys? And I'm so glad to hear again for the another topic that we are going to talking about to inspire, motivate, and more. On this episode, we are here to talking about the seven most important types of motivation. We are motivated in different ways. Sometimes we feel motivated because of things that we saw, we hear, and so on. So simulan natin ang episode natin with the first type of motivation is what?
Hi, this is Jerald calling, and before anything else, I have an exciting news for you. Did you know that there are more than 1 million active podcasts all over the world? That's 43 million episodes, including content, in more than 100 languages. Sounds overwhelming? So, I have a question for you. Are you a podcaster? Did you want to monetize your podcast? Don't worry, Podmetrics makes it easy to make your brand to target your decided market. Podmetrics is a data analytics platform that allows podcasters to see data that they need in order to level up their show's performance. Show demographics, listenership, and even chart rankings are accessible through the site. Podmetrics aggregates data from various sources in order to track total and average listens. Through the Podmetrics marketplace, podcasters may also partner up with brands through ads, affiliate marketing campaigns, sponsorships. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now to podmetrics.co and use Like Moments with Gerald as your referral code. So that's the Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast.
Number one, achievement motivation. It is the drive to pursue and attain goals. An individual with achievement motivation wishes to achieve objectives and advance up on the ladder of success. Achievement motivation may be defined by independently considering the words achievement and motivation. Thus, the achievement motivation may be defined as the energization and direction of competence relevant behavior or why and how people strive forward or toward competence or success and away from incompetence failure. Yes, of course, ang achievement motivation, ito yung type ng motivation na gagawin ng mga grindings nila para makuha o matupad ang mga pangarap nila. Maaari din na makita nila sa ibang tao na umangat sa buhay or naging successful na, di ba? Siyempre, hindi natin maiiwasan ang mainggit sa iba dahil magaganda at napakaraming bagay ang nakamit nila sa buhay nila. Especially na kapag nag-share sila ng mga struggles and also their successes, of course, hindi naman natin maiwasan na mainggit, di ba? Hindi naman masamang mainggit. Kumbaga, mainggit tayo sa iba na sana ako din maging ganon or magkaroon din ako balang araw. For example, may tropa kang may sports car. Kasi umasenso sa buhay tapos syempre, maiinggit din tayo kasi umaangat na yung tropa mong may auto na matagal na niyang inaasam-asam. Dahil doon, magsisipag ka na sa buhay para makuha mo rin ang inaasam mo na katulad ng nangyari sa tropa mo, di ba? Nainggit tayo then and at the same time, nagsisipag ka pa para sa goals mo. Another example, about naman sa online schooling kapag may classmates ako na matataas ang mga activities, assignments, projects, and many more. Tapos ako naman parang unmotivated ako mag-aaral. Na-realize ko na delikado ako kapag hindi ko pinagbutihan yung pag-aaral ko. So halos sa mga classmates ko is academic achievers. So ako hindi nakasama. Kung gusto ko makasama dun, kailangan igihan ko yung pag-aaral ko para makasama ako sa susunod, 'di ba? Mga ganyan, 'di ba? Para ganahan tayo sa mga importanteng bagay sa buhay natin. Another one, sa iniidolo mong YouTuber na pinapanood mo at sinusuportahan mo since day one na dati pa-chill-chill lang yung mga vlogs nila. Pero ngayon, kahit maraming haters, patuloy pa rin silang umaasenso sa buhay at nakakatulong pa sila sa iba, di ba? So yung mga haters or bashers nila na patuloy silang sinisiraan, imbis na ma-down sila, mas na-motivate sila na magpatuloy sa paggawa ng content para sa mga tunay na mga taga-suporta nila. Kaya napakarami nilang na-achieve na sa life nila dahil din doon. Siyempre, hindi rin natin maiwasang mainggit, di ba? Kahit sino naman maiinggit sa mga magagandang achievements nila, di ba? Na mapapasana all ka nga minsan eh, di ba? Ang masama lang sa inggit ay yung sinisiraan mo yung tao, hinihila mo ng pababa dahil may ganun siya, ikaw wala, di ba? Huwag dapat ganun. Kung ano man ang mga achievements ng iba ay magsilbing motivation and inspiration natin para makamit din natin balang araw. Kung naniniwala ka sa law of attraction, i-attract mo lang yung mga bagay na gusto mong makuha balang araw. Then, isa pa, pwede ka rin gumawa ng vision board. Kung may sarili kang kwarto, ilagay mo lang yung mga bagay na gusto mong makuha, kagaya ng sports car, million subscribers sa YouTube, future motivational speaker, etc. Tapos ilagay mo naman sa yung vision board na kung saan mo madalas makikita ng mga mata mo. Para everyday na makita mo o masulyapan mo yung vision board, hindi ka mawawala sa drive na gusto mong tuparin ng mga pangarap mo. Right? So that's also a achievement motivation. The second important types of motivation is what? Number two, affiliation motivation. It is a drive to relate to people on a social basis. Persons with affiliation motivation perform work together when they are complicated for their favorable attitudes and cooperation. This motivation is of greater use where money cannot be used to motivate, especially minimum wage employees and contingent professionals, especially inside the group or organization. Understanding how affiliation motivation can affect your team members can help reach your workplace goals. In a work setting, affiliation motivation can encourage coworkers to communicate clearly and develop those relationships with one another, leading to a sense of community. In your primary needs, tend to focus on this type of motivation. You may find enjoyment from acting as a support member on your team. Sa isang organization or grupo na kapag nagkakaisa ang mga miyembro, tapos may miyembro din na pawang walang gana or hindi nakikisama sa grupo, ganon. Siyempre, minsan may nahihiya, especially sa mga baguhan na sa samahan, di ba? Kapag napapansin ng baguhang miyembro na hands-on lahat ng members, yung baguhan gaganahan siya at makikiisa na rin siya sa samahan. Kumbaga, may encourage din siya na makisama. For example, I'm a member of my organization, let's say, Altar Servers. Yan. Baguhan ako, aspirant pa lang ako, for example, gustong gusto ko na mag-serve. kasi nakita ko kung paano ang galawan nila, especially sa high mass. Na-amaze talaga ako sa mga altar servers when it comes to procession. Siyempre, ako todo observe ako dati. Kasi parang ang saya. Kasi maging sacristan, di ba? And then nung na-investuran na ako, nung nag-start, isa na akong ganap na altar server, lagi akong nagsiserve kahit daily mass. Kasi yung excitement ko tsaka yung motivation nandun din, di ba? Siyempre, kapag kabaguhan kang server, eh, gaganahan ka talaga at sisipagan ka talaga mag-serve, 'di ba? Kasi bago yung sutana mo, investment mo, yung damit mo. Siyempre, gaganahan ka ng magse-serve kahit araw-araw magse-serve ka, 'di ba? Then yung mga seniors namin dati nung bagong pasok pa lang kami noon, siyempre nag-accommodate sila agad sa amin. Tapos ayun nung naipaliwanag na sa amin ng lahat kung ano yung mga ginagawa and anything else. Na-motivate ako na mag-serve kasi masaya mag-serve talaga lalo na kapag halos kaibigan mo na yung mga kasamahan mo. Every aftermath, kanya-kanyang harutan na yan, di ba? Ang saya, di ba? Minsan kapag gusto mo na sanang umuwi, pero nakipagkwentuhan ka muna, mga ganon. Mas gaganahan ka mismo kapag isang grupo or samahan ay masaya, ay at nagkakaisa, nagsasama-sama ring nangangarap, nakaka-motivate talaga. Hindi yung parang may kanya-kanyang grupo na pero nasa iisang samahan naman, di ba? You can use this motivation by promoting the group's success over individual results. You can also create a reward system when you celebrate team successes. So that's the affiliation motivation, and I hope that you understand my points for this second term. The third most important type of motivation is what? Number three, competence motivation. It is the drive to be good at something, allowing the individual to perform high quality work. Competence motivated people seek job mastery, take pride in developing and using their problem solving skills, and strive to be creative when confronted with obstacles. They learn from their experience. Specialists like heart surgeons will feel motivated if they get chances to operate upon unique cases. So, first, what is competence? It is defined as the capacity to respond to individual or societal demands in order to perform an activity or complete a given task. It's also a theory that centers on the idea that people are given to engage in activities to develop or demonstrate their skills. If someone successfully performs a challenging task and receives praise from family or peers of it, then they will experience a belief in their competence in that achievement domain, physical, cognitive, or social. For example, in the workplace, employees who are successful when attempting new skills or tasks and positive reinforcement will internalize a self reward system as well as a set of mastery goals. This can have a positive and long term effect on their confidence. Because they are internalizing their own set of standards, employees will no longer be dependent on others to evaluate their performances to motivate them to continue. Instead, they will be motivated to continue on their own because they recognize they are competent in that area. People who perceive themselves as highly competent in one area will also demonstrate higher levels of effort and persistence as well as have a preference for more challenging tasks. People who have high levels of competence are less to have high levels of self worth and self esteem, which can impact every area of their lives from relationships to employment, right? So that's the competence motivation. The fourth term that most important type of motivation is what? Number four, power motivation. It is the drive to influence people and change situations. Power motivated people create an impact on their organization and are willing to take risks to do so. Power motivation is the theory that some people are motivated by a desire for prestige and reputation on the ability to influence others and be in the position of power. People express their desire for power in different ways. They may be drawn to careers where they can direct other people's behavior through positive actions. Business executives, teachers, journalists, and politicians are all people in positions of power. They make risk and use prestige to motivate others. People in the workplace who are interested in building power through influence rather than achievement are usually the most effective in motivating teams. These teams' organizational goals exhibit a greater sense of responsibility and have more team spirit. According to this theory, some people are motivated by prestige and power. They want to make an impact and motivate those around them. While this theory may not apply to all members of your team, you can use it to identify those who are power motivated and make sure you place them in positions where they are most effective. For example, kapag ang isang leader sa isang community, sabihin natin na mayor at a very approachable at very accommodated sa mga tao. Lalong-lalo na kapag may program ang community, lagi siya nandun para tumulong sa mga nangangailangan, ganon. Tsaka, madali ring ma-reach ng mga tao. Sa perspective ng mga tao at nakikita nila yung leadership niya, talagang nakaka-inspire dahil approachable and very helpful sa mga tao. Maari din siyang tularan nito. Maganda rin ang pamamalakad niya sa community, kagaya ng dating mayor sa Malolos. Hindi na ako magne-name drop kung sino siya. So yun, napakaraming na niyang project before nung siya pa yung mayor. Then yung kagandahan nito is hindi siya laging nasa opisina. Laging bukas ang opisina niya para sa mga magpapapirma ng mga papers and anything. Madali rin siyang ma-reach ng mga taong nangangailangan ng tulong. Kaya tinagurian siyang agila ng lungsod. Knowing that power motivated people are motivated by prestige, you should make sure you are celebrating all wins publicly, both big and small. Set goals that are achievable but challenging to improve the morale of the entire team when those goals are achieved. People who are motivated by power are either driven to win or not to lose. They want to be the best. Second place is not good enough, and they are likely to be interested in activities and projects that will increase their profile and status. So that is the power motivation. The fifth one, that most important type of motivation, is what? Number five, attitude motivation. Attitude motivation is how people think and feel. It is their self confidence and belief in themselves and their attitude in life. It is how they feel about the future and how they react to the past. Attitude motivation is about setting up an approach that promotes personal growth and purpose by changing the ways how people think and feel. While attitude is the willingness to act in a certain way in reference to a given situation. Motivation is the driving force behind our actions and behaviors. What follows is that adopting a certain attitude can boost or weakening your motivation. Therefore, having a positive attitude in the workplace can benefit not only you but also team members. In fact, a positive attitude can directly impact the trajectory of your career, as you will be more motivated to work hard, try new things, and further contribute to an organization's success. An attitude is a state of mind, while motivation is the reason you have for behaving in a certain way. Your attitude can improve or decrease your motivation if you build a positive attitude within your workspace. You'll notice that all the members of the team are motivated to be more productive, communicate more effectively, and produce more effort for the good of the organization. But figuring out how to stay optimistic and assertive can be difficult at times. So that is the number five.
Hi, this is Jerald calling, and before anything else, I have an exciting news for you. Did you know that there are more than 1 million active podcasts all over the world? That's 43 million episodes, including content, in more than 100 languages. Sounds overwhelming? So I have a question for you. Are you a podcaster? Did you want to monetize your podcast? Don't worry, Podmetrics makes it easy to make your brand to target your decided market. Podmetrics is a data analytics platform that allows podcasters to see data that they need in order to level up their show's performance. Show demographics, listenership, and even chart rankings are accessible through the site. Podmetrics aggregates data from various sources in order to track total and average listens. Through the Podmetrics marketplace, podcasters may also partner up with brands through ads, affiliate marketing campaigns, sponsorships. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now to podmetrics.co and use Life Moments with Jerald as your referral code. So that's the Podmetrics, the easiest way to monetize your podcast.
Attitude, motivation. The sixth one, the most important type of motivation is what? Number six, incentive motivation. It is where a person or a team reaps a reward from an activity. It is you do this and you get that attitude. It is the type of rewards and prizes that drive people to work a little harder. Most of the unorganized job workers get motivated when they are offered more money. Incentive motivation is concerned with the way goals influence behavior. Yes, of course, this type of motivation is very common to those people are unmotivated to their jobs and anything. Especially sa mga employees na hindi masyadong nasisiyahan sa mga trabaho nila or sa mga employees na hindi na maayos magtrabaho. For example, may business siya na kalendarya. Tapos yung mga employees, napansin niya na parang napapalya na ang kanilang trabaho at halos wala nang gana sa trabaho. Then after ng working hours, kinausap muna ni employer yung mga employees niya tungkol sa nangyayari sa trabaho nila. Then ayun, sinabi nila yung mga sides nila. After ng conversation nila, may sinabi yung boss nila na tataasan daw niya yung sahod nila para fair daw sa lahat. Ayun, nung nalaman ng mga employees, natuwa sila dahil tataasan daw ng boss nila yung sahod nila kasama yung sa susunod na payday. Ayun, dahil sa bagay na yun, dahil sa sinabi ng boss nila, sinipag na silang magtrabaho. Diba? Kumbaga, mag-o-offer ka sa tao ng any amount of money to do their job well, that is a incentive motivation. Another example, good grades are the type of incentive that can motivate you to study hard and do well in school. Gaining esteem and accolades from teachers and parents might be another incentive. Money is also an excellent example of an external reward that motivates behavior. Rewards have to be obtainable in order to be motivating. So that is number six, incentive motivation. And the last one, but not the least, number seven, most important type of motivation is what? Fear or fear-based motivation. Fear motivation coercions a person to act against will. It is instantaneous and gets the job done quickly. It is helpful in the short run. Managers following Theory X come into this category. In Indian Army, this kind of motivation is very popular. Fear motivation is the internal process of moving yourself away from what you don't want. Fear is the powerful motivator because it makes us uncomfortable and we want to move away from that discomfort toward our comfort zone. Fear based motivation is exactly what it sounds like, getting yourself and others to do things out of fear of what will happen if you don't do it and do it well. So, what is the high cost of fear based motivation? I have an example here. Imagine that you plan a beach vacation with your friends 3 months from now. The first thing you picture is sitting on the beach with your tummy rolls and cellulite. You immediately sign up for the 3 months of boot camp classes at the gym and banish all sugar and booze from your diet. You are determined not to make a fool of yourself on the beach. For 3 months, every time you picture yourself looking less than perfect in your bikini, you feel fear of being ashamed. Shame makes you want to hide, and that makes it harder to find the motivation to go to gym instead of sitting on the couch eating ice cream. You become so focused on how you are going to look on the beach that you lose out on all the fun and joy of life. You pass up on going shopping with your friends for new outfits because you aren't at your goal weight yet. You stop doing things you love to do in order to spend more time at the gym. You avoid family gatherings where you will be confronted with attempting food. You overtrain to the point of hurting yourself. If using fear as motivation comes naturally for you, you aren't alone. Our brains use fear to keep us out of trouble. It is normal that you want to move away from that feels harmful towards what feels safe. This brain function is important when there is a genuine threat to your well being. Like if there is a rattlesnake on the hiking trail, your brain will use fear to motivate you to move away from the snake as quickly as possible. But when you use fear based motivation to accomplish your life and career goals, the constant state of fear puts unnecessary stress on your mind and body and can end up working against you. So that's all the seventh most important type of motivation. So that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in to our new episode. And if you like this content, just check out of our social platforms. Please like, follow our Facebook page, The Life Moments with Gerald Podcast, our Instagram at Gerald Galing 1028, and at The Life Moments Podcast. On Twitter at Gerald Galing, and also please follow on my TikTok at Alpha Gerald 1028. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Gerald Kali, and click the notification bell and select all to make you updated. Also available are podcasts to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. Just search The Life Moments with Gerald Galing. So this is Gerald Galing. Say goodbye as I always says. Just keep spreading positivity, stay motivated, and live good. So this is the Life Moments Podcast. Yes, it's yo. Kamsahamnida. Take care and stay safe. Peace out and padayon.